Hey, what's happening, y'all? This is the Powerlifting Competition Rules. I got Coach Salvador over here going to be helping us out with the demonstrations here. I'm going to go ahead and explain the rules, everything that you're going to need to know as a coach or as a participant so that you understand how to practice for the event, right? I'd recommend that the coaches, when you're doing your training sessions, to practice when you do your 1-rep maxes or your heavy ones, to kind of learn how to do this process is going to go, so you practice how it is going to be on game time. So we're going to go ahead and start with the squat. So at the beginning of the squat, we're going to have 2 people on the sides. We're going to rack all the weight that you have that you're going to do for your first attempt, right? So say you have 100 pounds for your first attempt. I'm just throwing numbers out there. People are going to rack the 100 pounds, put the clips on, and now the judge is going to sit there, and when it's time, he's going to say the bar is loaded. So when he says the bar is loaded, Coach Sal over here is going to go ahead and walk up to the bar. He's going to be the competitor. He's going to go ahead and get underneath, unrack, come back. Whenever he's ready, he's going to squat. Now his hips are going to be below his knees, below parallel here. Once those get underneath, he's going to go ahead and come back up. He's going to stand there until the judge says rack. Now he's going to go ahead and step forward, rack that weight, and the lift is complete. Now, what I want Sal to do is kind of just, you can do body weight without the bar. Show them a quarter squat or something that's not going to count. So if the hips do not get below parallel right there, that's not a squat. That will not count. We need to get those hips nice and low here. Hips below the knees as far as parallel goes. Awesome, awesome. Also, if you bounce at the bottom of that squat, some people bounce at the bottom of the squat, get that little bounce and then push themselves back up. That also doesn't count because that's giving you extra momentum to thrust that weight back up. So those are the 2 common faults that we'll see. Not getting low enough in the squat, and that bounce will also you have to follow all of the judges' rules. You cannot go under the bar until the coach says the bar is loaded. You go under there, and you can't rack the bar at the top until you're at the top of the squat. The judge sees you locked out, rack the weight. Now you go ahead and rack the weight. So that is your squat. You want to do deadlift next? All right, look at how strong this guy is. Look at, all right. So same idea with the deadlift. The people are gonna go ahead and put the weight on. Whatever your attempt is, you tell the people, they're gonna have a spreadsheet, a little cheat sheet. They're gonna go ahead and put all the weight. It's gonna match what you want to attempt. Once that happens, the judge is gonna look at it and say, all right, the bar is loaded. At this point, you walk up. You're gonna go ahead, come down, get ready. You're gonna go ahead and do your deadlift. Get your pull at the top. You do not drop the weight until the judge sees it, sees that you're locked at the top, and he says down. Once he gives the command down, you can let go of the weight however you want. So you could drop it, whatever you need to do, and now that is a successful lift. If you drop the weight before the judge gives you the command of down, that lift will not count. So you have to make sure that you hold it, lock it out until the judge sees that you've held it for, you've locked yourself out and held it for a second, down. Now you can go ahead and let go of the weight, and that lift will count. Okay, so deadlift is pretty simple. As far as judging goes, just make sure you lock out at the top. Get that weight up, pretty simple. And the last one here we're gonna have is a bench press. So, look at this big strong man. He's just curling that weight in the squat rack. All right, last one here is the bench press. Same idea. We're going to have people load up the weight that you desire. The judge is going to say, the bar is loaded. See, he didn't want to touch the bar. Good. The bar is loaded. So what he's going to have is you're going to have people spotting you. They can't touch the bar. If those people touch the bar, then that's not going to be a good lift. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold it up. Now you're going to say down. It comes down. As soon you have to hold it at the chest here, all the way down to the chest, press. The judge gives the press command. You press it up to the top. We're gonna help you rack it back up, and that's a successful lift. A lot of times, people, what they're gonna do here is they're gonna grab the bar before the judge says the bar is loaded. They're not gonna get all the way down and hold it at their chest. They're gonna bounce it off their chest. I didn't tell them to do that for the wrong way. If you bounce it off your chest, that's why you have to hold it. The judge gives the command after you've held it for a second, press. Now you press it away, because some people, they'll just bounce it, bam. Bounce it, bam. See, that's what we're trying to avoid here. So it comes down, press, you press the weight, we rack it. That's a successful lift. So keeping the rules fairly simple, because there are more complicated rules. We're going to keep it nice and simple. As far as knee wraps and different equipment. As you can use knee wraps, you can use chalk. You can't use straps for your deadlift. You have to hold that raw with your, but you can use wrist wraps. You can't use straps that hold onto the bar, but you can use wrist wraps. You can use knee wraps. Gloves. You can use, gloves are going to be okay. Gloves are going to be okay. Chalk is going to be okay. I know a lot of people like the chalk. Gloves will be all right as long as you're not doing something that's going to extremely benefit you. No squat suits, none of that crazy stuff. I know a lot of people. Yeah. So chalk is okay for grip for that deadlift. Knee wraps are okay. Wrist wraps are going to be okay. We'll allow gloves as well. Gloves will be okay. But other than that, the equipment is don't come in here with the squat suit. I know people are really stiff in a squat suit and be like, all right, let's lift like 50 more pounds because I have a squat. No, none of that crazy stuff. So trust me, I've seen it before and it's funny. But those are the main rules. That's going to get you started. So coaches, have your clients practice how it's going to be. Once you start getting closer and closer, you want to kind of drill these things in, so when they come to the meet, they're not like, I don't know, I didn't know that rule. You know the rule, we just gave it to you. So practice it before you start. Go ahead.
How about that back brace people wear for heavy loads?
Weightlifting belt. You can wear a weightlifting belt. That is proper. You can. Yes. That's good. Thanks for bringing that up because that's a good one. Yeah. So weightlifting belt is allowed as well. So just those leather belts that come around or whatever that is allowed for the powerlifting competition. Awesome. So hopefully that helps. Awesome. I'm excited for you guys to get this started. Yeah. Practice how we're gonna do it. Don't have anybody do it any other way because you got to instill this into their brain. You got to practice those ranges of motion. You got to get it right so that we can so all of your lifts are successful and they're not getting faulted or not counted because of not doing the lift correctly. So that's all I got for you, team. Have a great day.